The story begins as a hardcore gamer from Japan finishes a game he spent 3 years playing. Instead of feeling satisfied, he is deeply disappointed, calling the game trash and wishing for something that would take at least 10 years to complete. Without hesitation, he searches online for a brutally difficult game with terrible balancing. Instantly, his screen changes to a mysterious fantasy world, and an unknown company offers him a never-ending game set in a world of swords and magic. Intrigued, he checks the difficulty settings. Alongside easy and normal, he notices a strange option called Hell Mode. The description warns that despair is inevitable and that leveling up requires 100 times more experience than usual. Having heard such warnings countless times, he feels no fear and selects Hell Mode without hesitation. When choosing a class, he sees many familiar options, but one stands out, the Summoner class, which has a higher difficulty rating than any other and is still in alpha testing. Curious and excited by the challenge, he selects it and starts the game. The moment he does, he vanishes, leaving behind an empty room. His next sensation is warmth and comfort, which suddenly turns into suffocating pressure. Moments later, he is born into a new world as a baby. His father joyfully holds him and names him Alan. Despite once being a 35-year-old man named Kenichi Yamada, broke, uneducated, and socially awkward, he quickly accepts his new identity and life. Though only 1 year old, he can think clearly and understands language, realizing Japanese is spoken in this world. Alan is born into a serf family living in a frontier village that has yet to be named. His father, Roden, is a hardworking and devoted man, while his mother, Teresia, is kind and gentle. Alan is their only child for now, but he senses that siblings will come eventually. When left alone one night, Alan tries to open his stat window, only to fail repeatedly. Though life as a baby feels peaceful, he wants to confirm his role as a summoner. After countless attempts, a glowing book finally appears before him. Startled, he screams, prompting his parents to rush in. He quickly dismisses the book and pretends to sleep. Once alone again, he summons it back and confirms his status, Level 1, Class Summoner. The grimoire explains that summoning and creation are separate skills that gain experience through use. Though his experience is at 0, he already has access to summoning insects and beasts, limited to the lowest H rank. The grimoire then displays a message from the god of creation, Elmia, apologizing for the delayed delivery of his grimoire due to the summoner class still being under testing. Elmia warns that class changes and questions are not allowed. Accepting this, Alan attempts to summon an insect but fails. After experimenting, he realizes he must use the create skill first, which produces an H-rank insect card. Encouraged, he tries summoning it but stops when his mother enters. Deciding to wait. The next day, he successfully summons the insect, which manifests as a giant grasshopper that immediately ignores him. Checking the grimoire, Alan names it Denka and learns that its stats provide buffs to his own abilities. Excited, he accidentally speaks aloud, alarming his mother. Seeing the insect, his mother panics and crushes it instantly, ending Alan's first summoning. Over the following days, Alan experiments further and creates an H-rank mouse named Mousy. While unintelligent, his summons obey commands. He learns that storing summon cards boosts his stats directly, and by collecting 10 Mousies, his attack increases significantly. Even so, Hell Mode's extreme experience requirements slow his progress. One evening, Roden returns home covered in blood, explaining he hunted a massive boar. He takes Alan to see it, giving him his first look at a real monster. Along the way, Roden explains that Alan was named after Albiherans, migratory birds symbolizing freedom. Alan later learns that the Great Boar is a C-rank monster, requiring 20 men to defeat, giving him a valuable benchmark for strength. Nearly 2 years old, Alan reaches level 2 in summoning and creation, unlocking new features such as fusion, notes, and increased inventory space. He can now create G-rank creatures, though his limited MP prevents advanced actions. By age 3, he successfully fuses cards and summons several G-rank creatures, including a bird named Chappie with voice mimicry, a frog named Hopper with provoke abilities, and a mole named Molly capable of digging traps. He realizes that mastering a summoner depends on understanding buffs and synergy, making this the hardcore experience he always wanted. Despite his growth, Alan is still a child. He regularly duels Gerda's daughter, Krana, who overwhelms him with her speed and strength. Though embarrassed, he takes the fight seriously. Even after being beaten, he helps his pregnant mother with chores, showing maturity beyond his years. He asks to help with farm work, but his parents refuse, wanting him to enjoy his childhood. Alan later learns about the appraisal ceremony held at age 5, which determines one's talent and could help him escape serfdom. As winter arrives, he notices Denka can now remain summoned all day, marking real progress. Life continues with training, play fights, and family moments until one night, Denka startles Teresia, triggering early labor. With help from Kraina's mother, Teresia gives birth to a healthy baby boy named Mash. Watching his family grow, Alan reflects on his reincarnation. While his goal remains to maximize his power, he realizes that this new life, surrounded by warmth and responsibility, means more to him than he ever expected. Determined, he vows to free his family from the hardships of serfdom and protect them with the strength he continues to build.